Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Hill brought him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's a game.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they get a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Number
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I will continue to lean on him. Try and have another reward for him winning this game. But when you look back at last week and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch, that's what made it impressive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Going to throw deep for the end zone. This is taken in. It's complete. And they'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Herbert throwing again. This to Eckler, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Dante.
They didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. To chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded in the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the game.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Complete. It's 2nd down and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking deep for Gabriel. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
The 24-yard line.
On first down, it's Herbert. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and now it's second down. To throw again. Herbert. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's taken down. Brian Burns providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
DJ Moore.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Yards on the punt there. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
The 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here is Eckler. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
6-yard line.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
At the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And the Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got a man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets gets it down to the 30 there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through. That's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Good goal at the 4-yard line.
Bridgewater now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
From the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Panthers 20.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
His 3rd interception. Picked off at the 35. He will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Panthers 27. Chargers 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23.
The Charger drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. His pass is intercepted for a 14 to 8. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a good like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 68 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's airing it out for Williams. And there's another interception. Top by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
48-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Maybe brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And they take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got no juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on me. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. For fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't brave from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got it. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.